Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I am continuing to bake my way through the Great British Baking Show cookbook, Love to Bake. Today we are working on Mark's chicken tagine pies. So Mark is one of the bakers for the 2020 year of Bake Off that this book is covering. And so these are just like little pot pies. So it looks really good. Let's get going. So I'm going to make the pastry for the pies first. So I have my food processor ready to go, and I need to place 500 grams of plain flour in my food processor, along with 1 teaspoon of salt and 250 grams of unsalted butter, cubed and chilled. And I am just going to pulse this for 2 to 3 seconds at a time until the mixture resembles fine breadcrumbs. Okay, kind of looks like breadcrumbs. Some of it's getting kind of stuck on the edges, and I tried to clear it up, but we'll see. So now what I need is 2 egg yolks to put in there and pulse that to combine. Add about 5 tablespoons of water, 1 tablespoon at a time, until the mixture comes together. It started to come together, so we're gonna call it good. My next step is just to put it out onto a lightly floured work surface. So now I'm just going to bring it together into a ball. And now I'm flattening it slightly, and then I'm just going to wrap it in some plastic wrap and put it in the fridge until I need it. Okay. I'm making the filling now for our chicken tagine pies. I've got 1 tablespoon of olive oil heated up over my pan, and I'm just going to add 1 very finely chopped onion, or at least as finely chopped as I could get it. And I am going to let the onion fry over a low heat for 5 to 10 minutes. Now I'm going to add 1 crushed garlic clove to my onion and cook for a further 2 to 3 minutes until softened. Here's where things start to get a little spicy, and I apologize for my pronunciations. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of rasa hanout. I made this myself. You can buy it somewhere, not here. I didn't look at like my Asian market or anything. But you can make it with spices found in your cabinet. And we have 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, and 1/2 tablespoon of flour. I guess just a thickener. And so I'm going to give that a stir. It says just to cook it for 30 seconds. Now this morning, I started marinating my chicken. So I have 4 skinless, boneless chicken thighs that I have been marinating in what was supposed to be harissa paste, a tablespoon of harissa paste. I just used like a chili powder paste or a chili paste, and some salt, a teaspoon of salt. So you just kind of rub that in and marinate it. And so I had that sitting since this morning. And now we're just supposed to add the chicken thighs. And then stir to coat. I guess just coat with the onion and spice mixture. This might get spicy, guys. I'm not a huge spice fan, so we'll see. Okay, and then add the lemon juice and the zest. So I have zest from 1/2 lemon and the juice from that 1/2 lemon. And the chicken stock. So I have 150 milliliters of chicken stock. And I'm supposed to make sure that this covers the chicken. 150 milliliters is never going to cover the chicken. It never told me what size pan. It just said a pan. So naturally, I have too large of a pan. Luckily, I have lots of chicken stock still. I'm going to bring this to a boil. So I'm going to turn that way up, bring this to a boil, and simmer it for 20 minutes. Okay, I just temperature checked my chicken, and it's done. So I'm kind of nervous about chicken like that. So what I'm supposed to do is take the chicken out. So leave everything else, I guess, and shred it with 2 forks. I'm just going to shred it as best I can. Oh, look at that. That's good. That's all shredded, so now I'm just going to put it back in my pan. Now I'm also supposed to add raisins. So I have 50 grams of raisins. I'm cheating a little bit because I have golden raisins. That's just what I had in my cabinet, and I just wasn't going to go buy raisins just for this when I had golden ones. And 4 dried apricots. I don't know why we get grams on the raisins and get a number on the apricots. That just doesn't seem like very many apricots. And then 120 grams of chickpeas drained out of a can, or garbanzo beans. Okay, that's not something I cook with often. And then I'm just supposed to cook this on low for 10 minutes. So it smells delicious in here. It's been 10 minutes. I'm supposed to add olives, 30 grams of chopped pitted green olives. They have pimentos in them because that's just how green olives come in the States. Do they sell green olives without pimentos in them in England? I don't know. Like, I've just literally never seen a green olive that doesn't have a pimento stuffed in it. So there's also pimentos in here. Okay, so I'm supposed to cook that for a further 5 minutes. It says you can add some chicken stock if it's too dry. I think I'm actually verging on the too wet, so I'm not going to add any more. You want it to be moist, but not too wet. I wish you guys could smell how good it smells in here. Okay, I need to season with salt and pepper. So I don't know. There's so many spices in here right now. I just can't imagine needing salt and pepper. And then I'm also supposed to stir in a tablespoon of coriander, chopped coriander. I don't have coriander, so I'm substituting parsley, same family. So there. Now, I'm just going to take this off the heat and leave it to cool completely before we put it in our pies. Okay, time to make the pie part of our tagine. So I took this out of the fridge just a few minutes ago just to let it soften a little bit. I'm supposed to cut about 2/3 of the pastry off. So I guess leave 1/3 for later. Roll it out on a lightly floured work surface until it's about 3 millimeters thick. Again, it's just not very thick at all, so this will take a minute. So that's as thin as I dare roll it. I'm supposed to cut 18 pastry discs out with an 11 centimeter cutter. This is actually the case that I used to hold all my circle cutters. It's the right size. I'm probably going to have to re-roll this out because I do not have 18 spaced out here, but we'll see how many we can get. And then I'm just going to be putting them in my greased muffin tins you see back here, and then I'm just going to try to press them into the muffin tin as gently as I can and try to smooth it out. I think I'll worry about the smoothing out part later. But so that is my current endeavor. I'm just a little shy for my bottoms. I just need 3 more. So I'm just going to roll out the other 1/3 of my dough, and hopefully I can get 3 more bottoms and still have enough for the tops. The tops are only supposed to be 7 centimeters wide, 7 centimeter circles. So there'll be less. I won't need as much. So I'm hoping I have enough. Okay, I've got all 18 bottoms ready to go. So what I need to do is divide the mixture evenly into each of my cups here. And I don't know exactly how much that is in each. I don't want to go over the top. We'll just see. I am supposed to press these down well so it goes, I guess, and fills all the corners of the cup. So as I'm kind of topping these off, I'm going to do that. I've got those all as evenly divided in there as I can. Now I'm going to brush the edges of the pastry with a little bit of beaten egg, I guess just to make it stick. And I'm not really sure how to brush the edge without kind of brushing the whole thing, but we'll see. Using a 7 centimeter cutter, I just made some more circles to put on top to make a lid. Oh, I guess I should have used a skewer or something to like poke them first. Place a lid on top, pressing the edges together to seal, brush the tops with the remaining beaten egg and chill. Place the tops on for press together. It doesn't necessarily say how to press together. I mean, I can pretty much guarantee that like these are gonna leak. That's just how I roll. When I make things, it's okay. Everything's tasted really good so far, just maybe not looked the best. Except for those cheese twists, that Marmite. Oh. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna brush with egg. Maybe this will help it stay on. There you go. And then I chill these for 20 minutes. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. These are chilled. My oven is preheated to 390 degrees Fahrenheit or about 200 degrees Celsius, and we are ready to bake for about half an hour. Oh, look at those. They are golden looking and I assume crisp. Yeah. So they are done. You know, the funny thing is it doesn't say anything about like how long I need to leave them in the tray. So I'm just going to pop them out here in a minute, and it says to serve them hot or cold. So we'll do that. Okay, I'm super stoked at how easily those came out. Like, they are legitimately, like, they came out really easy, and I'm quite impressed. None of them leaked. They're all contained. Like, yeah, I'm impressed. Okay, I broke one open so that you can kind of see the inside. Yeah, I don't know. Let it cool down a little bit too so I could get it faster. But let's give it a taste. Okay. The pastry is really good, flaky. Crumbles, you know, a little bit in your mouth, which is good. Really buttery. And so I tasted the chicken stuff a little bit before I put it in the pastry just because I was curious. And it's a little spicy. I'm not a spice person. So somebody is going to try this and be like, that's not really spicy. I like it. It's really good, just a subtle kick. I don't like spice, so that's good. It's kind of a smoky spice, which is nice. I really like it with the pastry because it really balances it nice. And so it doesn't really taste all that spicy. That second bite I just took, a lot more spicy than with the pastry. That's like just a perfect like balance of spicy and buttery. That's really good. I like that a lot. It's unique and it's different from what I normally make. So, you know, there you go. The little tangine pies. And they're cute. Like, I didn't have to work too hard to make them look good. That cake I did last time, no, that was terrible. Anyway, if you like this video, made it this far, great. Give me a thumbs up. That is my latest bake in the Great British Baking Show cookbook, Love to Bake. I would be happy if you would subscribe to my channel so you can see all the next bake. I mean, I'm happy pretty much anyway, but anyway, I will see you next bake.